Shit, I kinda look homeless in this cut, what the fuck? Hello, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, and all the idiots watching this video. This is Matthew, aka Lunatic, and welcome to this new arc of my channel. And what's new is basically that I will just try messing around with new video concepts, and this video is the first of its own kind on the Lunatic channel, which is an Iceberg video. And what I have prepared is an iceberg of my own research, which I did for like hours, days, a long time. I present to you the J.I.D iceberg.
Do the race, but no, this ain't a game. So make my day, so make my day, so make my day, so make my day. Nigga, you faded.
Yeah, like there's a lot of shit. And as we go deep, we will look at lesser known facts about Destin Choice Route, also known as J.I.D.
I'm with a bunch of stupid niggas. Did I stutter? I don't speak before I think, so I mean every letter. Little rat nigga was hiding in the gutter, couldn't find where he was at, so we fucked up his brother.
So let's start off with the layer 1 of this big ass iceberg. J.I.D's solo catalog. So, J.I.D's solo catalog contains 3 solo albums, which are The Never Story, dropped in 2017, DiCaprio 2, dropped in 2018, and The Forever Story, dropped in 2022. And this is all available on streaming platforms. There are mixtapes and APs, all that, which I will cover further in the video. But for now, that's the 3 main albums that like all normal J.I.D fans have already tuned into, and I absolutely recommend all these 3 albums for rap fans to check out, especially The Forever Story, which is my favorite album of all time. So, Air Gang, consisting of Johnny Venus and Dr. Dot, the group established in 2008, and they are like the main reason why J.I.D started rapping, which is why I'm covering these guys up, because these 3 guys, yeah, they collaborated a lot on a lot of songs. Not really on J.I.D's solo catalog, which is on streaming. They have an entire mixtape, which I will cover up later. But talking more about Air Gang itself, they dropped albums like Strays with Rabies, Mirrorland, Ghetto Goss, and a few other projects. I think those are the most essential in their catalog. I mean, I haven't really listened to these actually, so I will have to tap into after I finish filming this video. But just know that Air Gang is really essential in J.I.D's career. So yeah, Spillage Village was established in 2010. As I said, Air Gang and J.I.D were the first members, but then brothers Hollywood JB and Jordan Brained, Meraba, Slack or Black, however you want to call him. I think Slack does sound better, or Six Slack. No, it doesn't. And Benji, of course. And they dropped a lot of projects like Bears Like This Too, Bears Like This Too Much, and the most essential album, Spillagin. Spillagin is a hard ass name, honestly. Like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, this is all you need to know. J.I.D appeared on a lot of these tracks of Spillage Village catalog. I think some songs are worth a check. Dreamville, again, like Dreamville played a big part in J.I.D's uprising career, because overall, the label helped him to drop The Never Story at first, and of course, like he got a lot of fans, a lot of attention. He got the bags, you know. And I mean, yeah, he just can get call on a song like anytime. Like, it's just crazy, dog. The sellout, you know, it's kind of crazy that J.I.D is kind of becoming this big rap star, because he has collaborated with artists like Doja Cat, Dua Lipa, Katy Perry recently on Artificial Song, which I haven't listened to yet, and I don't think I will. And then You could say Imagine Dragons, however that was more of a collaborative song rather than like J.I.D featured on the other 3 artist songs, which I mentioned before. So like, yeah, he was paid a lot of money, I would say so, for like to collaborate with them. American football is what J.I.D wanted to pursue before he got into rap. However, that kind of failed because, well, I will cover one of the reasons, but really, like, Erfgan got him to rap, and yeah, he just liked rapping, really. That's later on done. That wasn't the best way of explaining. Maybe you already knew all this information, but the deeper we get, the more interesting it will get. Trust me. Anyway, layer 2, Leonardo DiCaprio. A handsome fella, what some would say. However, he does kinda give me this Predator vibes, because he doesn't really look beyond number 25. You know, but outside that, J.I.D is obviously inspired by this man. No wonder why he named one of his albums after DiCaprio's name. Or, well, 2 projects. I will talk about the first one later. But, I mean, that's really it. J.I.D likes films, I will talk about the film shit later. But anyway, frequent collaborators would be the people that J.I.D collaborated with at least twice on songs. And I'm not really talking about like featuring both J.I.D and that collaborator, but like at least one of those people being the main artist, if you know what I mean. So those frequent collaborators would be Denzel Curry, Slack, or Six Slack, Joey Badass, James Blake, Kenny Mason, Lil Yachty, BG the Chicago Kid, IDK, or I don't know, Saba, Curtis Williams, other Dreamville signees like, you know, Earthgang, J. Cole, Aeroletics, and others, and well, all Spillage Village members really, including Earthgang again. So yeah, those are the people that J.I.D collaborates with the most, as of what we know. And that's outside the producers really, because there's DJ Drama, Christo, Kitronada, and other producers that I don't really know now. Sequel and film lover. So you know, J.I.D actually loves making like album titles like these kind of sequels, because his catalog on streaming platforms is all sequels really, because the Never story goes into the Forever story. Those 2 albums are connected. And DiCaprio 2, you know, second installment of DiCaprio series. But also talking about him loving films, well, you know, he also loves film sequels. And what else I can say about him loving films is that he's somewhere said that he wants to direct films in the future. And also, like, outside like that, he's talking about what he wants to work in the future. He also said he wants to be a coach in fucking American football. It's kind of funny. See, is he gonna give up fucking music, rapping? That's kind of silly, but hey, I respect him. No, I respect his decisions. Ceiling TikTok challenge is what really made J.I.D song Surround Sound blow up on TikTok, on Spotify, and YouTube really. Like, this song was everywhere, and it's really good for J.I.D's success. You know, this is his biggest solo hit. Like, yeah, like, but talking more about the ceiling TikTok challenge is where people would tape their phones onto the ceiling and they would film themselves like just dancing or even twerking or doing other silly shit. Yeah, that's it. And that's like, it's really random for that specific song to be used, but hey, it just returned well for J.I.D, and yeah, he's happy, and I guess I'm happy for some reason. Christo is like this Dreamville's producer, but I would also just call him J.I.D's personal producer, because Christo alone produced half of J.I.D's catalog, and like he produced J.I.D's biggest hits from each of his album. So basically, Never from the Never story, 151 ROM from DiCaprio 2 and surround sound of The Forever Story. Like, this guy puts crack to his beats. It's not even funny. Like, how the fuck does he just let that happen? It's crazy. Tours. So J.I.D has been on 9 tours really. He was supposed to be on 10th, which was Mac Miller's Swimming Tour. However, Mac Miller passed away just days or weeks before the tour even began. So it's kind of sad. 3 of those 9 tours, J.I.D was the headliner. So basically, he headlines Never Had Shit Tour with Earth Gang, Catch Me If You Can Tour, and Love Is Forever Tour with Smino. Maybe I should have pointed out the years, but I'm not really gonna get into that. And he supported Omen on Elephant Eyes Tour, he supported Bass on Too High to Riot Tour, Tory Lanez on I Told You Tour, J. Cole on For Your Eyes Only Tour, Logic on Confessions of a Dangerous Mind Tour, 21 Savage on American Dream Tour. So yeah, he's been on a lot of tours really. Notable features is basically like these J.I.D's features that I really like and enjoy. This is my personal preference. So if you don't hear a feature from J.I.D that you like, but I didn't mention, then don't be offended. But I did listen to all J.I.D's features besides Artificial by Katy Perry, because Katy Perry is a bit washed. So these are my notable J.I.D features. Sirens by Denzel Curry, Wanna Be Loved by Joey Badass, Fuel by Eminem, Roots by Amine, Frozen by James Blake, and Smoke Breakdance by Mick Jenkins. These are all excellent J.I.D features. And also, the songs themselves are also really good. I love all of these artists. Last entry of Layer 2, J.I.D's name origin. So, the name J.I.D, the nickname J.I.D came from Destin's grandmother, who used to call his grandson, just called his behavior jittery, which just kind of made J.I.D pick this name J.I.D, and not T but with D, because J.I.D is just he's a midget, so you know all midgets are kind of go crazy. No offense to midgets, no. But anyway, that concludes Layer 2. Let's go to Layer 3, where stuff gets a bit interesting, I would say. First entry is inspirations, and well, we could include Earth Gang as the 2 people who like literally got J.I.D rap, but more talking about his style inspiration. Let's go to Wikipedia, because I don't really have that included in my notes. So, J.I.D names Lil Wayne. Who the fuck is Sly and the Family Stone? D'Angelo, Wu-Tang Clan, Jay-Z, Earl Sweatshirt, and Little Dragon. Also lists Atlanta natives as his inspirations, which are Outkast, obviously, Goody Mob, Gucci Mane, and T.I. So those are the people that kind of like influence J.I.D's style of rapping. J.I.D and Metro Boomin. A long teased collab album between J.I.D and Metro Boomin. First mention of this collab tape was on April of 2023. Like, we haven't managed to hear any snippets. There's like one photo of them working together in a studio. I mean, yeah, like, this tape was teased for like a few tweets. J.I.D mentioned it once in an interview where he talked about his upcoming music in 2024. But yeah, like, we don't really know much about this album. 2007 is the closer track of the Forever Story extended version. And I'm not going to dissect this amazing storytelling song because that would take me like 30 minutes. But I want to mention its 2 little Easter eggs. First Easter egg is that on the YouTube version, you can hear high power beat snippet playing when J.I.D mentions section 80 in the song. And that's because J. Cole, of course the owner of Dreamville label, produced the high power beat for Kendrick Lamar. And J.I.D wanted to like use the snippet of the beat for 2007 because, well, of J. Cole and also that he mentioned section 80, because, well, it's relevant to the story. However, due to sample clearance issues with high power, the Spotify version doesn't contain that, and I think the Spotify version does sound better. But the second Easter egg is when Jid talks about the Never story dropping and then instantly going to the Tor part. Like, a lyric is censored, and just considering by the timeline of when the Never story dropped, you could tell that Jid got off the Tor with Tory Lanez. And why did Jid censor the line? Is because back in 2019, I believe, Tory Lanez claimed that he could like out-rap all Dreamville signees in like a rap battle or something, and that's kind of pissed Jid off, and they're not cool anymore. Black Boys is this duo established back in 2023, consisting of Jid and Lil Yachty, and really, like, there's only 2 songs out as of now, which is Half Doing Dope and One Gawk. And in my opinion, these are not that great of tracks. I sometimes do revisit Half Doing Dope, but One Gawk is not it. It's not it. And yeah, there's not really much out. Like, if that Black Boys project is even going to be active, or more songs are coming out, nobody really knows, because Jid, I don't think he ever mentioned an album dropping of Black Boys, so who really knows? Because Jid already promised us a lot of albums to come out, and one of them is Forever and a Day, which at first was supposed to be a deluxe version of the Forever story. However, that transitioned to a full-length album, like a third installment of... what would it be? Third installment of story series. What I could guess is that Killers could be a part of this album. I will talk about Killers in a bit, but yeah. Oh, by the way, what I forgot to mention is that Forever and a Day was supposed to drop in fall of 2023, but yet we don't really know when is it dropping. Back in April or May of this year, 2024, Jid did say on Instagram Live that he'd turn in the album, but we don't really know what the album is that's guaranteed. But in January of this year, he did say he was supposed to drop Forever and a Day before Jid X Metro Boomin collab tape. So maybe that's the album we're supposed to get soon. And by the time I'm filming this, 31 Freestyle is only a week old, I think. So, you know, maybe a rollout is already happening, because 29 Freestyle dropped like 2 months before the Forever story. So yeah, maybe getting something soon, I don't know. Jid's music taste. It might be surprising that the guy who is really invested into lyrical rap doesn't really listen to lyrical rap, because he would rather listen to trap like Future or Carti rather than Billy Woods or Black Thought. But I mean, hey, it's just really our personal preference, and it's like who cares? Who cares, mate? Jid X Denzel Curry collab tape. I wouldn't say the collab tape is really in works. However, both Denzel and Jid kinda agree to work on it when they can. Basically, I think Denzel was the first one to propose the idea of this collab ever happening, because they got really amazing chemistry together. They have like 3 songs together: Raw Remix, Ain't No Way, and Sirens. Really amazing tracks. And Jid later tweeted that he would be up to the idea of collab tape ever happening. So yeah.
So yeah, I somehow forgot to mention 2 entries from layer 3, and I'm gonna record this from phone. Sorry for my really ugly cut. Nobody's really cutting my hair. By the way, check my kinda like a Halloween fit, whatever. Yeah, let's go. Fuck. By the way, I'm trying to get this video out on J.I.D's birthday. It would probably be special for him. I don't think he would be watching this video, but if he's watching this video, then that's fucking goated. But we can only hope. Hot 97 incident. So, you know, some rappers tend to appear on this, I wouldn't say show, but it's like a radio station, but not even that. It's just that rappers come to freestyle over any given beat, or a few beats really. And yeah, J.I.D was one of those rappers to appear in the room. He freestyled over like quite a few beats. Honestly, he spit hard. But the issue he had with, you know, the whole freestyle thing with Hot 97 is that nobody rated his freestyles in there. Not, like, hosts didn't give a shit. They just, you know, wanted some attention, some money, some engagement from all the viewers, all the, you know, listeners. And yeah, the host didn't rate J.I.D's work, what he spit there, and that offended him, and he just doesn't really freestyle from what I know on shows. But he does freestyle on songs, and what I'm going to talk about now is number freestyles. And yeah, J.I.D has put out these kind of freestyles, starting off with 29, and the order has been going up since. 29 came out in 2022, I think, and in 2024 we got 30 and 31 freestyles, and these are amazing tracks on their own. You know, they're freestyles, they're not supposed to be like the best lyrical stuff that J.I.D would put out, but they're still great to listen to. I really like Conductor Williams' production on 30 freestyle. I really revisit that a lot. 31 came out only 4 weeks prior filming this, and yeah, we can hope for 32 freestyle, which I don't know if J.I.D already teased or not. But anyway, that's it.
It has got a lot darker here, but hey, it does actually set the atmosphere well for this type of Iceberg. I mean, it's not like J.I.D is some kind of killer and that I'm about to cover some of his dark actions with this darker atmosphere, but no, it's just, I don't know, it's funny. So let's move on to layer 4. The first entry is, "Are you Sway Lee?" This references to this one incident where J.I.D was approached by this one random woman in an airport, and that woman, why just stop filming? What the fuck? What? What? What just happened? I have to adjust this shit again. The camera is not even straight. Where is it? I don't know. So anyway, that woman approached J.I.D. She mistook him for Sway Lee, who both kinda do share same facial features, but I mean, you can actually tell the difference between them. But yeah, it's so silly, and I believe J.I.D was the one who rapped this on Costa Rica. It's a dreamville song, like 10 people rapping on that song alone. It's crazy. But yeah, that's the incident, I suppose. DiCaprio AP. So when I talked about DiCaprio 2 being the second installment of DiCaprio series, this was what I had in mind on it being the first installment, because DiCaprio AP actually comes from 2015, which comes 2 years before J.I.D's studio debut album. It features 8 tracks, if I'm correct, and I think one of them was Hood Booger. So there's 8 tracks. 7 of them start with the prefix le on the track titles, which is interesting. Maybe because of Leonardo DiCaprio, like his first name's two first letters, or maybe I'm not really sure, or is it a French type thing? Whatever. But yeah, that's all you need to know. I don't revisit this AP as much. I think his Para 2 mixtape from 2013 is way more revisitable and way better, which I'm just about to talk about now. So Para 2, which I already mentioned, it being from 2013, was just 4 years prior to release of the Never Story. And at one point I believe this mixtape was better than the Never Story, but I was incorrect. But anyway, this mixtape, because this mixtape did go missing, like it did potentially go lost media for some time. J.I.D, re-released the mixtape on December 29 of 2017, like 9 months after the Never Story dropped. Like, Reddit heads and older people were just really curious to hear this mixtape out. Like, yeah. Like, it's literally like some people were really wondering and it just broke J.I.D's nerves, I suppose, and he just dropped so people don't really go after him, that he's not pushing out the mixtape again, etc. But yeah, the Para 2 mixtape tracklist consists of 11 tracks, and I'm about to mention my really like enjoyable tracks in my opinion. So those being Creep Inside, Para 2, the album title track, October Free Storms. This one is amazing track, like in my top 15 J.I.D like tracks, like generally. That song has one of the best beats that J.I.D has ever rapped on. And also other two Para 2 tracks that I like is Grand Theft Auto and Liverpool. This mixtape is amazing, just chef's kiss. Like I could say this is in my top 3 mixtapes ever. FedEx Story. So this one is really interesting, because, well, no, J.I.D was in LA. My headphones are charging, oh my god. I'm not so prepared, guys. You can barely see me, really. Man, hey, this shit. Okay, that's all I needed. J.I.D was in LA in some kind of tour. I suppose it was recording songs for DiCaprio too, because that was an interview from 2018, right? 2018. Yes. And J.I.D sent his laptop through FedEx from LA to send it to Atlanta, where he's from. Yeah. And someone from FedEx, or maybe a third party, who knows, stole the computer with refund, but like no ability of getting the computer back. That really did piss J.I.D off. But why I'm mentioning it is because there was one feature, one particular legendary feature that J.I.D got, but didn't have the backup of it, and now we're left without it. That feature was Andre 3000. So yeah, and there was also other like other songs stolen, which didn't have a backup of it on other hard drives, whatever. The Andre 3000 one is really like particular in this scenario. We don't really know much of other like features that we won't get to hear from this stolen laptop, but J.I.D did tweet about Andre 3000 feature just disappearing. Yeah, that's kinda sad. It's not even kinda sad, it's really sad that we won't get to hear Andre 3000 on a J.I.D song. But maybe they will reunite together later. But it's been 6 years since that feature, so Jesus. Bad Guy, you know that popular song by Billie Eilish, which basically like started her career. She stated that one of the inspirations for the song was J.I.D's song Never, which I found out like accidentally, like this Twitter mutual of mine talked about how J.I.D and Billie Eilish should collab more together, and kinda did like Google, maybe indeed they collabed one time. Like, even as a big J.I.D fan, I had to make sure. I did know that Billie Eilish had a hidden feature on Sirens by Denzel Curry, featuring J.I.D also. But I found out that, yeah, Billie Eilish got inspired by J.I.D to make her first big hit, like a really big hit. I think it's still her biggest song of her career. The Forever Story League AP. This one is really intriguing. Probably the first, like, actually really intriguing entry. And also it's the last entry of Layer 4. So, this AP consisted of 10 tracks. It's like a leak. Not really like something J.I.D dropped, but... yeah, the leaker not only dropped these 10 songs to the public, but also alleged that J.I.D was a rapist. And it's just such a really out of blue type of allegation. Because such allegations of like rape can definitely ruin your career immediately, but it was backed by no claims, no woman came forward, and J.I.D instantly like responded to the allegations that he would threaten to sue the leaker, not just supposedly for leaking his music, but also the rape allegations, which are actually serious. But more talking about the leak AP, as I said, 10 songs. The first track, from what I gathered from one Reddit comment, the first track is New Stick. Yes, it's a double song. One of them is Stick. Another one sounds familiar, but I don't think it's released. Or is it released? I don't know. Second track is called Houses, which transitioned to surround sound. And yeah, one of the versions of Houses is yet again a double song. You will see a trend with J.I.D making double songs in this AP. And first minute and 30 seconds is like this low tempo sample with J.I.D. If I remember, was he singing or rapping like slowly? I don't remember again. Like, when I'm sick I lose a lot of brain cells, and I just use the opportunity of filming because none of my parents are home right now. So that's why I'm filming, but I'm kinda sick. But yeah, second track was Houses, which did have a 21 Savage feature, but no Baby Tate. Baby W, I don't know what it means, but all I know is that it was meant to feature J. Cole. Fourth track is 2001, not to confuse with 2007, which is out. But 2001 is a double song consisting of two already released tracks of the Forever Story, which is Crank Sandwich and Louder 2. Really interesting combo, but honestly, the song actually like goes hard, like the double one, because of this like instrumental like bridge between two songs. Jesus. Fifth track is Better Days, which is already out. Sixth track is Rapid 2 Raps featuring Kenny Mason. 7 tracks is Killers, which was supposed to be like a single for the Forever Story, but like that was scrapped out of the album and also the rollout because of the big rapist allegations. 8th track is The Forever Story, the title track, like album title track, which has become Barry from Simpson from D-Day mixtape. And 9th track is Black Woman featuring Bass and Russ. And 10th track, last and least, is Van Gogh featuring Lil Yachty. So yeah, some of these tracks aren't as good, and others are excellent, but that's all really. And yeah, just that's where we finish off with Layer 4. Let's get to more interesting stuff really. So first entry of Layer 5 is Zoingang. So this is like something similar to Spillage Village, but it's not really an official group because they don't have any albums or mixtapes released under this big collective. I should also mention that this collective consists of J.I.D, Smino, Body, Guapdad 4000, and also unconfirmed members are Joey Badass and Westside Boogie. But like, yeah, it's really confusing because they have like one song, I believe, or two songs together. One of them is Oh Wow Swerve of Revenge of the Dreamers Free album. But like, that's really it from Zoin Gang. I think we were supposed to get an album from this Zoin Gang collective, but like literally no news about it have really come forward since 2019. God Does Like Ugly. This is the first scrapped album I'm about to talk in this video, and there's more of these about to come as we go deep through the Iceberg layers. But God Does Like Ugly is like the predecessor to the Forever Story. Basically, it's like really the Forever Story sessions from 2019 to 2020, I would say, because the Forever Story was first released in 2020 or maybe 2019. Like, it's really interesting. Maybe these two were supposed to be different albums, but well, you could still maybe claim that some of the tracks from God Does Like Ugly transitioned to the Forever Story, but no much info really exists from this scrapped album. Yeah, I'm happy we got the Forever Story. Of these feature out, oh, you see what I did here? Oh my god. So, first of all, J.I.D initially sent off these song first for, can you guess who? Kendrick Lamar. And yeah, like, you know, it's kind of hard to like imagine how certain rappers would sound on tracks that they aren't featured on, but consider it's Kendrick Lamar, he could easily just spit on that amazingly, and he could have maybe performed better than J. Cole did, but J. Cole still did amazing. But before J. Cole and after Kendrick Lamar, there was supposed to be like another person yet to make an appearance. It was Ski Mask the Slum God. I'm not a fan of this guy. I think, like, I would assume the only reasoning for Ski Mask to appear on Off These is because they both featured on XXL Cypher in 2018. That's the only reason I think of. I think they're close buddies to J.I.D and Ski Mask. Yeah, at least we got J. Cole. Honestly, that's a really good outcome. Hidden features. So, I mean, a lot of artists do have like hidden features on other artist tracks, like I mentioned Billie Eilish on Sirens by Denzel Curry featuring J.I.D. But J.I.D also did some hidden features for other artists. The most well-known example is Self-Care by Mac Miller, because J.I.D and Mac Miller were actually close buddies. You know, J.I.D was supposed to support Mac Miller on tour, but he passed away. Then another feature which nobody could have told me else, but I just found out about it accidentally, like 2 weeks ago, was SNL by Mustafa of his new album Dunya. I only listened to Dunya album only because I heard that Claro kind of featured on the album, also another hidden feature. And yeah, I unexpectedly got to hear J.I.D like spit background vocals and outro. Then there's another really unexpected feature from J.I.D was Who Do I Call by MGK and Trippie Redd. This one is disgusting. Then there's Porno by IDK and Grip 316 by Grip. But that's probably all the hidden features that J.I.D did. Yeah. Frank Ocean Road is J.I.D's cat's Instagram account. Yeah, J.I.D has a cat, and his cat has an Instagram account, but the cat wasn't really appearing on J.I.D's alts for like 1 or 2 years, so I don't know if the cat is still alive. I hope it is, and I hope the cat comes back to Instagram if it's alive, because it's a cutie. Cute cat, cute kitty. DiCaprio 3. you know, third installment of DiCaprio series, because J.I.D really loves DiCaprio. This was supposed to be yet another DG drama narrated album. This one being more this rough sounding, just like D-Day mixtape by Dreamville. This was teased right after the Forever story dropped. And, well, we didn't get too much info about it. Yeah, it's just kinda in the air. I don't know if it's scrapped or it's gonna be in the works eventually, but considering J.I.D really loves sequels, you might get to see DiCaprio 3 release in like 6 years. Route of All Evil LP, a last entry of Layer 5. This is a mixtape back from 2012, and again, I don't really revisit this mixtape, it's kinda mid. I wouldn't say Route of All Evil is that important to listen to, but like, again, Route of All Evil LP consists of 13 tracks. There's one Earth Gang feature. There's one fun fact that I just kind of found out accidentally. The track Untitled of this mixtape shares the same sample as Nina of 21 Savage album American Dream. Yeah, okay, it's the same sample that says My Man. That's something Adonis would say. Anyways, that was Layer 5. Oh, yeah, there's 10 more entries, 2 more layers. No, there's 9 more entries. So to make this more intriguing, I present to you the red light, because this is getting, oh my god. So the first entry of Layer 6 is J.I.D porn. You know, J.I.D is sometimes a horny bastard, and you can't really predict what he's going to rap in, let's say, in a freestyle or in whatever case really. Even the Forever story, he's talking about his dribbling black balls, but what J.I.D porn references to is this tweet from Halloween 2022, or his birthday, you know. Take my phone tonight, I might drop some J.I.D porn. And then he follows up with, I'm in deluxe. Huh? I'm hacked. This guy's, it's so serious. Jesus. Lucky Buddha AP is a collab EP made by J.I.D and Money Making Neek. I have no idea who's that guy, but honestly, the AP comes from 2014. Also, I don't really revisit this AP either. I do like the closer track, Sweet and Sour, but just these songs open up with that one, like, overused Buddha type of sound. How do you even call it? Like, those shit's crashing. I'm gonna play the sound on the editing app. I'm gonna add sound effects when I crash these two hands. Oh. Shit. Yeah, that's really it, honestly. Unreleased J.I.D songs. So, you know, all artists have unreleased songs, which just kinda come out to the public. Either like engineers get hacked somehow, or producers get hacked, or like producers just kinda email to engineers. I don't know how that shit works. I don't know how like artists or producers get hacked easily. Yeah, J.I.D has not that many of like really great tracks that came out from his vault, but the ones that I enjoy the most, that you should check out, is Killers. Most importantly, that song should drop on streaming platforms ASAP, and J.I.D did actually tease that he will drop the song officially, like 2 years after promising so. Other tracks as followed are Sex Toys featuring Little Dragon. No wonder that guy's a cheeky horny bastard. Manure featuring Navy Blue. Electro Love featuring Ali Lennox. Accurate. Stay Woke featuring Slack. Dark Shadows featuring Isaiah Rashad. That's it really. I could also mention that J.I.D has unreleased music with artists like Young Thug, Vince Staples, trying to get inside ties like Meek Mill's Fries. Hidden by the City is a collaborative mixtape between J.I.D and Gang from 2011. And I mean, 2011 was not the time when J.I.D was a great rapper, considering he only had like maximum 2 years of rapping experiences. No, one experience. I have to mention this thing, yeah. 3 mixtapes of J.I.D's feature one specific song, one particular song called Sexaholic. And it's like, if it was Lil Wayne, or using autotune, or like a really cheap ass beat, except it wasn't really Lil Wayne, but you know, just a lot of autotune used, and the song isn't great. It's the worst J.I.D song I have ever heard, and it's just so disgusting. It even made it onto the semifinals of my worst song brackets video, so you know, that song is just terrible, really. But yeah, the mixtape contains Sexaholic and 16 other tracks, so 17 in total. And I mean, if you really are curious to hear J.I.D's 2011 sound, you could check the mixtape out. But I mean, it's not essential. There's no songs you could really bring out from this mixtape, unless you are a really big J.I.D dick rider. But even if I am a big J.I.D dick rider, I don't really get anything from here. I don't revisit anything. So yeah, I mean, if you're curious, sure, check out. Guys, just so I don't forget mentioning at the end, I will link down below in the description all the J.I.D mixtapes, APs, and leaks in one Google Drive folder. It's a big ass folder. There's like, let me count. There's 8 entire projects which I have in my Google Drive folder. Anyway, moving on to 2 wall mixtapes. It's like a series. Cakewalk 1 and 2. Yeah, Cakewalk 1 is terrible. Cakewalk 2 is also terrible. So, yeah, if you're really curious to check out J.I.D's sound from 2010 to 2011, you can check it out. It's in the description. You see, like, Cakewalk consists of 24 tracks. So yet again, this mixtape features the track Sexaholic. I don't know why. J.I.D just loves it so much. Yeah, the entire mixtape is 1 hour 21 minutes long. So if you're willing to spend that much time listening to a trash mixtape, then go ahead. And I mean, you don't really get to bring out too much from this mixtape. However, I did kind of like more of the ending part of the mixtape, which is Philadelphia Story, Kicking It, featuring Gang. That's it really, I think. It's not really because that the mixtape was about to end and that my suffering was about to end as well, but like, I did like Philadelphia Story more only because of its production rather than J.I.D's rapping. But I don't even revisit the song, so maybe the song would grow off me if I were to revisit it after filming this, but I don't know. Cakewalk 2 consists of only 17 tracks. This one doesn't feature Sexaholic, thankfully, and the entire mixtape is 53 minutes long. So again, these 2 mixtapes are in my Google Drive folder in the description, if you want to check out, because honestly, these mixtapes are no good. No. Like, the content matter isn't that like impressive. Like, what shit could really rap about? Probably just being horny as fuck. And I mean, yeah, but hey, we have to learn from somewhere. We have to learn from our own mistakes. We have to improve somehow, yeah. So that concludes layer 6. Maybe I should turn off the lights entirely. No, I have to keep... Shit. I have to keep a bit of red. So, layer 7. So, the first entry. I mean, is it really that exciting? it's just that nobody really knows about it, is a collab tape between J.I.D and producer J.I.D. And this one I found about it accidentally while I was digging for something that I'm about to cover up in later 7. And really, like, there's just one Facebook post I found. I didn't get to find anything on Google, from what I know. That's really it, like, mate. Now it is really, like, amazing on producing. I think it produced 444 by Jay-Z. And we could have maybe gotten something similar to 444, but in J.I.D's format. Like, that would be amazing, like, no features, or maybe Frank Ocean. Because I think Frank Ocean was the only feature on 444, right? I don't remember. But, yeah. Now, the second entry is yet again another scrapped collab album that I don't think we will get to hear. However, maybe we could expect it, I don't know, but J.I.D really likes making so many promises. It's like we think it takes up his schedule a lot, but really it's like focusing on one album at a time when he promises like 5 albums at once. This one is J.I.D and Slack collab tape. And, well, this one is a rumor really, which J.I.D made up himself. No, it doesn't make sense like that, no. This one is not confirmed really. There's one J.I.D Instagram post from don't really know what year. As the post goes, the picture contains him and Slack in one picture. Only them two. They're both Spillage Village members, but there would be other Spillage Village members to conclude that they would be working on like a collective album rather than their own like duo collab album. And yeah, the caption for the post goes as been working on the album since 2014. It's almost ready. So like you could assume that it's just J.I.D and Slack collab album, but yeah, nothing came out of it, and yeah, we kinda disappointed. Prior to Rebooted, so this was supposed to be like a volume 2 of 2013's mixtape Parrot 2, or maybe a deluxe really, I don't know. And the existence of this mixtape is just really questionable, like, did it ever come out or did it never? Because J.I.D is kind of trying to hide this mixtape from existing. Or well, like, you can't find any songs online, from what I know, and not many people know about it. Recently I quoted J.I.D's tweet from 2015 referencing Prior to Rebooted, and a day later I checked the same tweet, he deleted that original tweet. But he kept other tweets regarding Prior to Rebooted, which is kind of crazy. It just saw me interacting with this whole tweet. I just deleted that all tweet. But the cover art of that mixtape does exist, as he tweeted it himself. That's the only surviving piece of the mixtape that we have. It's just this cover. And honestly, it goes hard. Except it doesn't. Because what the actual fuck? Like, there's a volcano erupting in front of this hot tub, and it's like a literal hot tub because J.I.D and 2 women are swimming in lava. And J.I.D is like shooting himself in the head with a handgun, and there's also a thunderstorm in the middle of this volcano eruption. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck? Now, ladies and gentlemen, the last entry of this entire fucking Iceberg video is what inspired me to make this entire Iceberg and the video itself. And it's really because, like, almost nobody knew about this like mixtape. Literally, I asked J.I.D Twitter community if they knew any information about it. One of the big J.I.D fans, his name is Segway or Segway? Subway. Man, I don't have Twitter. He didn't know much about the mixtape besides Samandi mentioning it to him once, like 2 years ago, and that's it. And he only got to hear one track, and that's it. The big all-time fan didn't get to hear much from that mixtape, and other people didn't even know what that was. I looked through JID's subreddit. Only one post was made regarding James' Hall mixtape, which I'm gonna talk about. Yes, the last entry is James Hall mixtape volume 1 to 2. There were supposed to be 2 mixtapes, but only one really released. Like, even since the beginning, JID was already lying about his projects ever releasing.
So due to some silly mistakes, some misinformation I provided in the original recording, I want to announce that I accidentally discovered Volume 2 while looking for the tweet images to provide for Volume 1 because I thought Volume 2 never came out. I was wrong during that research, and now I just accidentally discovered it through the same way how I discovered Volume 1. I don't know how I went past this. It was through like Twitter tweet search tab, and to find these you have to click on the latest tab, like the latest button, not top tweets, but latest tweets, and then you dug deep down. I didn't do that at first, and I spent like 6 hours trying to find the first mixtape. So yeah, I went through everywhere and I came back to the Twitter search thing, and then I finally found it. Yeah, kind of wasted some sleep for that. And yeah, these are not like the most excellent mixtapes, of course, but you know, it's not even JID's mixtapes. It's him and his college friends just messing around. Like, he just gotta let young adults have fun, you know? So, you know, you're not getting too much out of this. And yeah, you're just gonna see a lot of fun. I also have to point out, there's a YouTube channel covering, like, I wouldn't say covering, it's promoting, well, Mixtape Volume 2. It also features like a slideshow for one of Volume 1 tracks, which is Light, which is JID's really like solo song. But yeah, there's a cover for Volume 2. I don't know where's the cover for Volume 1, but I remade it. I actually remade both covers my way, because Volume 2 cover is kind of small, and that I thought was also missing like the original good quality. So, you know, I kinda used, not, well, I wouldn't say particularly my imagination, but like, yeah, I tried going my way a bit. This search for the mixtapes was really interesting. And that Chris Armstrong name, whatever, I can't find anything regarding it. Neither James Hall name, I don't know what those two mean. Because yeah, Chris Armstrong probably gotta be some kind of frontman of this whole college friend squad, whatever. And yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, I conclude this entire Iceberg. This was a journey, really, and yeah. I'm not selling merch, but check this out, please. It's so cool.
So, some other JID facts that you maybe didn't know. I didn't mention those specifically in the Iceberg because they aren't that like necessary to know, but still pretty fun facts. Like, just the facts that I don't have much to comment about. JID was born in the car on the way to the hospital. JID's father is an activist, veteran, author. JID's niece Serenity was featured on the mixtape Paratu. Most of the Never story was recorded on the wrong side of the microphone. JID worked at pizza delivery and call centers before getting booked for local live shows. And, well, JID's manager is Barry Hafner. So yeah, that quite concludes the JID's Iceberg video. I definitely did like mention a lot of really niche facts, but maybe I didn't do the best on explaining what they are exactly. So I'm kind of sorry for that, but this is my first attempt of making this type of video. Me being sick really did big wonders to me during filming this entire big ass video because of stuttering, pronunciation, me losing brain cells, and etc. really. So sorry for inconveniences. I will cut out all the stutters. I will maybe keep the funniest ones. But I have been filming this bastard shit for 1.5 hours, I think. What the fuck? Also, guys, you maybe didn't figure out one big detail. Iceberg was featured in Titanic. Guess who else featured in Titanic? Leonardo DiCaprio? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I had a dream, seen things, tryna paint a scene. Lot of weed, so I don't really dream. More like a kush coma, cause this shit was distinct. Yeah, I ain't gon' go too deep. Just to tell you I be the king by the end of the week. Exit the stage to your left, take that front row seat. You been impeached. Yeah. She wet them sheets when I rap off beat. J.I.D. DiCaprio put a cap in your soul, dig deep. That nigga a fool, he shot the nigga mid-week. Couldn't sleep for a week and he's still on the streets. I'm just another man in a mind from the east. Had to put down the cleats when I picked up the beats. Rapping under my helmet, they throwing Hail Marys. Hell bent on being the best. I had to pick one, so tell me one day, one day. So seize to fucking succeed. I'm in my all black tuxedo, hair nappy G buckwheat. My girl tryna leave, cause she probably tryna fuck me. Probably tryna puff weed. Blood on the leaves, blood on the leaves. They killing niggas for drugs, that's blood on the weed. Some dumb shit. Yeah.
Initial check.